All right. Tom Steyer. He's running. So, let's take a little bit of closer look at him. So, he's a billionaire hedge fund manager that is founder of Next Gen America, which is a nonprofit PAC that pushes for climate change, or it pushes battling climate change. Which is good. He's a liberal billionaire. People like that. People, it's like, nice. You're not an asshole. Let's see what you can do. Should he be taken seriously? Should he be in the debates? And is he a good candidate overall? Alright. First things first. Now, some people on the left should be like, oh, he shouldn't run for president at all. And I say no, everyone reserves the right to run for president who's of age and meets the requirements to run for president. Everyone has the right to do it. Should he run for president? Sure. I mean, why not? Why not? Now, should he be in the debates? I say no. Some people say yes. I say no. Why? Because I think the debates should be only held for serious candidates that provide unique ideas and policies that best serve the American workforce and the American people. Now, does he meet this criteria? Is he a serious candidate? Yes. He's put out campaign ads. He has arguments and reasons why he's running. His main two topics of what he's running on: climate change and taking down corporate power. That's the only two things I've been able to find that he himself has put forth. Now, there hasn't been anything saying he's for the Green New Deal and a green infrastructure bill. So I would assume he would be for that. However, he hasn't said that. So we'll have to wait and see. In terms of taking down corporate power, again, not too many specifics. I assume that he's for taking down Citizens United. He's for, making sure these super PACs and these bundling dinners are abolished and it goes straight to public financing of elections. That's what it needs to be. I assume that's what he means. I know he's for the latter, but the former, like overruling court decisions, he has never said anything of the sort. But I'm going to assume, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to assume that's what he's talking about. Is he a unique candidate? Argument can be made of yes. He's a billionaire. Now, he says he's an outsider, whatever that means. He's a billionaire hedge fund manager. Granted, he's a good, I'm using that term loosely, good hedge fund manager. Because the term hedge fund manager, that is not a good connotation to have on your mantle. Tom Steyer, hedge fund manager. That's usually not a good thing to have on your mantle. But hasn't pushed for deregulating or pushing for oil subsidies or making sure private health insurance companies stay where they're at. He hasn't done that. He's for a climate change referendum organization. So, technically a hedge fund manager, but he's not an asshole. If that's clear. But back to the point. Should it be in the debates? I say no. Because I think it should be for unique candidates. Now, his plans, his main two topics to solve the country: taking down corporate power and climate change. Half a dozen candidates have outright spoken about it, and about a dozen have broadly talked about it. He doesn't really offer anything new. At best, he's for the Green New Deal, for at least a $2 trillion, at least a $10 trillion green infrastructure deal over 10 years. Reversing Supreme Court decisions, as in, reinstating court cases to making sure that they're overruled the opposite direction. If he did say that, fine. Bernie Sanders, for example, has said that way before you publicly have said it. Elizabeth Warren has outwardly spoken about it. Even Michael Bennet, he's outwardly said he's for the Green New Deal. Mealy mouth frat boy has said he's for the Green New Deal. Bill de Blasio has said it. Tulsi Gabbard said she's for it. Marianne Williamson said he's for it. Joe Biden has loosely played around with taking down corporate power. No specifics. He's kind of honeypotted it. Even the sentence of it. He's an establishment neoliberal corporate centrist. He's not going to do a damn thing. So he's out of the question. I still think he should be in the debates, though, because he's number one in the polling. He's got quite a lot of donors, mostly billionaires, millionaires. His super PAC's a big fat question mark, with JP Morgan and Chase being one of the top contributors. That's a fun one. But I don't think Tom Steyer provides anything new in the debates that would merit that. Andrew Yang, he may not be polling that high, but he has quite a fair bit of donors, and he provides something new. I mean, one of his niche proposals is getting rid of the penny. I mean, yeah, it shouldn't be top two things you do, but I mean, cool. And then obviously his flagship proposal of UBI, which I think is an excellent plan. I have a few issues of how he explains it, or a few things of what he wants UBI to do, but universal basic income is an excellent proposal, and I think he should be in the debates for it. It should be something to talk about. That's without a question. Tom Steyer does not provide anything new or unique to the conversation. At best, he's another mouth there. He's just another body. So, I don't think he should be in the debates. He doesn't provide anything. I know I've probably said this about a dozen times, but he doesn't provide anything new. Let's get new candidates. Now, can the argument be made where an outsider, someone who hasn't held public office before, can beat Trump? Yeah, anyone can beat Trump, theoretically. Will Tom Steyer beat Trump? No evidence would suggest yes or no. Which, I'm going to play it safe, I'm going to say no. He's kind of bland, and just the way he talks, he's very bland. He's not going to really excite anyone. Trump is exciting, the bad type, but he is exciting, and he has some humor to him. Sleepy Joe Biden. I mean, I fucking hate Trump, but he can just say Sleepy Joe Biden through the entire general election, and he's gonna get the presidency. Now, Joe Biden is doing very well against Trump. I think he's up by about 12 points compared against him. But still, that could very much change. Hillary Clinton was up by 9 points in August of 2015. So that's good, but that's a question mark. Bernie would have won. Sorry, little side tangent. But Tom Steyer, yes, he's a good guy. He means well. He's not a dirty proletariat. He hasn't done anything shady, at least nothing I could find. But I don't think he should be in the debates, nor should I have him be the Democratic primary nominee. He's not going to be. But if tomorrow he was number one in the polls, he shouldn't, because there's so many problems with America. We need someone to be the forefront, the leader in the Democratic Party, the one that will primary Republican Democrats, like Joe Manchin, for example, who votes with Trump 85% of the time. What a Democrat he is. Has an A rating from the NRA, and the NRA endorsed him over the Republican, primarying his ass, get a better Democrat out there that will actually vote for the people, for the worker, against NAFTA, against TPP, kill these free trade agreements. Okay, cancel these permanent normal trade relations with China. That is, I'm going to use this term because it's accurate. It's raping our manufacturing sector. Okay, pro-unionization laws. Get rid of all these right-to-work laws. Get workers to unionize. Increase the minimum wage to at least $18 an hour. A lot of people are talking about 15. It has to be at least 18. $15 an hour in over a third of the country. Still not enough to survive on 40 hours a week. It needs to be $18 an hour. If it kept up with production since 1973, it would have been 22. So 18 is even being a little conservative. It needs to be at least $18 an hour. Medicare for all. Free public college. Canceling all student loan debt. Killing off these quagmire offensive wars that are just killing Americans for no fucking reason except for mineral wealth and the petrodollar. Securing the stability of the petrodollar. Like, okay, let's nationalize our oil industry. That'll stabilize it, but they don't want to do that because they're bought by the oil industries. But that's beside the point. Will Tom Steyer be able to do that? I don't. Nothing he has shown me suggests such. Maybe he has a right to be in someone's cabinet. Sure. Being like an EPA guy. Sure. Although my dream cabinet would have like Jay Inslee being the EPA or Jay Inslee being Secretary of Labor. Take that back. Jay Inslee, head of EPA. Richard Wolff being Secretary of Labor. Sorry, my cat. Having Tulsi Gabbard be Secretary of State. I think that would be an excellent position for her. Maybe Warren, Vice President, to get like upper class white liberal people, like the fake woke liberals. As just kind of lip service to them. Yeah. And then there's a whole other cabinet. There's a whole bunch of people I have for the cabinet, but that would be like my dream cabinet. But, you know. Yeah, Tom Steyer. He's a cool guy. But should he be taken seriously in debates? I don't think so.